Yo, what is going on, guys? We got another weekly mints and news video, so we're going to jump right into it. There's a bunch of stuff as always because this space is just popping off and it never calms down, and it never will. So jumping right in, we got jrney. Jrney is doing their high trip pass, which is going to be, just like a lot of other projects are doing, a pass into their project. It will be for OGs only, and if you are an OG, you must go to the OG announcements tab and register over here on their link in their Discord for the OG announcements. Sign in with your Discord. I'm already signed in. Once you sign in, you'll go to this authorize, you'll get it, and it'll say successfully authenticated from Discord, and then you know that you've been registered. So a little bit about these benefits and how much it will cost. So you will get whitelisted on every drop of the jrney collection, discounts on future mints, access to exclusive channels and chats such as a DAO, special giveaways and airdrops, exclusive special collections that only pass holders will have access to. There will only be 300 of these passes ever minted, and they will cost 65 ADA on June 6th. Remember, you must register before June 2nd and be an OG. The artist has just recently revealed his face, and this is what the man looks like. This is a sneak peek of one of the flamingos, because jrney is all about flamingos. So we can go over here to sneak peeks, and you can kind of see this jrney flamingo is either on a bunch of drugs or has just been through the ringer. I don't know. This one is trying to not go through the same whatever illness that guy went through, and this dude's eating a fish. And he's got a little tropical shirt on. That's actually pretty cool. I like this. This actually reminds me a little bit of the seals when they have the robotics head, how it's kind of detached. But I personally like the artwork. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm excited to see what they build in the future. Next up, we have raison detre, and they are going to have their 1000 Genesis mints, and these are called their cryogenesis, and they're going to be going for 150 ADA, and this will be taking place on June 2nd for the whitelist and June 3rd for the public. So this is kind of like Overexposed Genesis collection, where you will get whitelisted for upcoming PFP drops, early access to the merch, raffles for the Legacy collection, which is a 3D NFT of your real life face, and more benefits to be added later. At the moment, there's roughly 4,300 people in their Discord, and there's only going to be 1,000 of these, and the whitelisted people will be able to mint 3 NFTs per wallet. So this is not going to leave very many for the public, so if you do want to get these, you're going to have to be really quick. So we can go look at a few of their sneak peeks, and this is the most brightly lit one, and then you have this darker one, and then you have like a close-up on the face, which this looks absolutely fantastic, even in whatever resolution that is. Maybe it actually looks like it's supposed to be grainy to not show you everything perfectly, but I really do like this artwork. I'm pretty hyped for it. I am not whitelisted. I wish I was. I don't know if I'll be able to get one, but yeah, I'm going to try my luck. Next up, we got Happy Tigers Club, and shoutouts to Chandelion for being in my Discord and giving out some whitelist spots. That was super cool, homie. I appreciate you. And they're going to be having 3,333 of these NFTs for 30 ADA mint price. I don't know what project's doing that anymore, but I'm certainly happy that one project is at least. So a little bit about the team. You got Chandelion, who is 17 years old and lives in Savannah. And then you have Robo over here, Robert, who is 20 and lives in Scotland. And then you have the advisor, Bofke from Cardano Crocs. Taking a look at their roadmap, they have making a collection of the 3,000 tigers, obviously already done, seeing as their mint is going to be on June 2nd. Then you have the 100 lucky tigers will receive 50 ADAs each for an airdrop. You have a sweeping contest, which some people like, some people don't, but let's be honest, it does help the floor. Monthly, they will be giving away 50% royalties, shares from sales to the top 333 tigers, so if you are going to be sniping, those are going to be what you're looking out for. And then 50% will be added into development of the project. Then they will work on a second generation collection, and then in phase 5, they will start their HTC token, which will be their Happy Tigers Club token, creation of a stake pool, and staking to earn HTC that can be used to buy into blue chip and non-NFTs. Now we can go look at some of these sneak peeks, and I kind of get Boss Cat vibes just a little bit. Just a little bit, don't at me, okay? Just a little bit. You know, they have the same kind of mane, similar to the Mad Dogs as well. And, you know, we saw how well those did. You can love or hate those projects, it is what it is, but we do see 9,300 people in this Discord. We do see similar art that has been thriving as far as floor price goes, and I'm personally going to be minting. So I'm going to take a minute to contradict myself. 9,300 people in Happy Tigers may not actually mean anything anymore. We used to be able to go off numbers in Discord and it would work out 90% of the time. Well, we just saw 19,000 people, and I'll go show it right here. 19,000 people in their Discord for average bears, and 80,000 in volume, and the mint price was 40, and we see it now sitting at 25. I personally did buy 7 though, between 33 and 44 ADA. So, you know, this was a gamble for me. I knew, and I still think it could rug at any moment. You know, I might lose that money, and you know, like I said before, I'll take that loss. I'll hold it. You know, it'll be whatever it is. But I thought with that many people in there, you know, maybe only a percentage of them were botted. Well, it looks like more than not, because this floor would not be sitting at this price, and I don't know which other projects are starting to do that. I know it's been going on for a while, but now it's at these ridiculous levels, and I'm not sure what to think. But now getting into some news, Ada Realms actually came out with a VR update for their Ada Realms land, and we can go check it out. Doesn't have any volume on, so it's all good, but they populated their land with a few of their assets so that they could kind of get like a rough estimate of a walkthrough with actual assets in the metaverse, and this is how it came out. Ada Realms has been building kind of slowly and quietly in the background, so it's cool to see them having these developments come out. I'm sure llamas are freaking pumped. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's cool to see development. You know, any sort of development is nice to see. We at Cardano usually don't care how long it takes. I mean, some of us do, that's for sure. A lot of people get mad, but this is the Cardano approach. I mean, you didn't buy ADA to get rich tomorrow. Like, nobody did. Nobody should be anyways. So if that's your approach, that should be your approach for a lot of these quote-unquote metaverse projects as well, because these aren't going to come out next year even, most likely. You know, the finalized version is probably going to take 2 to 3 years minimum. And I was actually in a Twitter space talking with Cornucopias. I personally wasn't talking, I was listening, but they were talking with Cornucopias in NFA, so shout outs to Not Financial Advice. Their Twitter spaces run all the time, constantly. Shout outs Tall and Daily and all those motherfuckers in there. They're always in there grinding, and they were talking to Rob from Cornucopias, and they were talking, you know, about why they had the Cornucopias prices, which I'm about to talk about too, so high. And they were talking about it, and they were saying, you know, we need these prices to be that high so that we can speed up development. They were saying, you know, we have 3 years worth of funding, but we need to do this mint to get more money to, you know, hire more people to speed this up. Because he was saying, you know, I could build this same metaverse in 50 years, or I could build it in 3 years. Like, what do you guys want? And obviously, we want it in 3 years, right? We want it now. But, so that's just kind of the point, is that these metaverse projects are going to take a long time, even with a bunch of money. Alright, so on the same topic of Cornucopias, they are coming out with their 24,000 lands, 1 mint per day, per wallet. Mint reserve will be 240 for the team, royalties 5%, and the sales will be on different days, starting on June 3rd, going all the way to June 7th. On the first day, this will be the small lands, second day the mediums, then the large, then the epic, and then the copious being the largest. Alright, so I zoomed in because you're not going to believe this shit. The smalls are going to be $102, the mediums will be $240, larges $375, epics $755, but here's the kicker, copious $1,500 US. So there's another way this is going to work too. We will definitely talk about the price, but there is rarities on top of sizes. So the rarities are just like the others as well. There's common, uncommon, rare, legendary, and mythic. But this is more so a placeholder for your actual land. So when you get a mythical one, you will be first in line to choose your exact location in their metaverse. So it's going to be kind of a, you know, queue system where you'll first go in, the mythicals will have their time first, they'll pick their land, and then the legendaries will go in, and then they'll be able to pick their specific area of land, and then the rares, and then the uncommons, and then the commons. So you have a large plot, right, if you have a large, and then the larges will be able to go in, and the mythic people will be able to pick out the exact large plot that they want first, and then the legendaries and so on. Alright, so let me get this off my chest. This is more so for me. $6.2 million is what they will raise. I have taken all the tiers, multiplied them by the dollar amount. So I understand that's not even enough, you know, to give them what they need as well. Like, they need more than that, and I'm gonna be honest. So I get why the price is so high, but they're going to continuously make more lands. They're going to continuously make more assets. They're going to continuously sell stuff to us. So do we really need it to be so high right now? Why can't we do more mints and just cheaper prices and continuously do this throughout the years? And my other argument is, if you really do need this money this quickly right now and you need to start scaling higher and higher, more and more, then we really shouldn't have gotten the javelins for free. So, you know, I would have been cool with the javelin mint being procrastinated or being, you know, sent down the line a little bit. I understand you guys messed up. A lot of mints have been messed up. A lot of mints. You wouldn't be the only one. We wouldn't even be able to hold it against you. Everybody loves Cornucopias. Everybody still loves Cornucopias, even with these prices, including myself. But am I a little irked? Yes, because I'm broke as fuck. I'm not going to be able to buy any of this. I'm going to try to get one of the small plots if I'm lucky. The other thing that bothers me too is if this mint, even if it sells out, which I think it will, the floor prices are probably going to go down throughout the years because they're going to make more land. They're going to do this again. And will the prices stay the same? Probably. Or they'll have to go higher to try to maintain a floor price. And if this is already too much, how are you going to scale higher? And if you do scale down, then that will crash the floor. Like, how does this scale? Now, I do want to end this on a positive note, though. That was just my little rant. I got it off my chest. I do love Cornucopias. I love that Rob was in NFA and he was talking with us, and people were angry. People were going down. They were going for his neck, and he stuck it out. He talked to all of us. So I really, really respect that. I do. And I respect your time, you know. So I do want to say I do love your project. I hope this is just constructive criticism, you know. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but yeah, I have some issues with it. And like they said in the Twitter space as well, if we never talk about it, then who's going to talk about it? And it may make some people mad. They may be like, oh, dude, well, this and this and this. Like, shut the hell up. Like, that's cool. You can be mad at me too for whatever reason. That's all good. But, you know, at the end of the day, we should be able to have a conversation. And so it was cool that he had a conversation in NFA, and I really do respect that. And I hope going down the line a little bit further, maybe we can find some way to fix this. I would personally be cool with way more mints and just a fairer price, and let the community decide what a real price is on the aftermarket, on the secondary. But, you know, if you're going to do large mints like this, it's, I don't know how many of these mints you can really do before the community is just kind of like, no. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. All right, now we're going to keep the ball rolling on expensive mints, and we're going to go over to Eikonikos. However, there is an argument for why it's worth it, so let's get into it. So Eikonikos is having their 12,345 Genesis passports. There will be bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and diamond. Each has their own set of perks. Bronze obviously has the least amount, and diamond has the most. The first perk is going to be a whitelist, and whitelist will be for all of them, for bronze, silver, all the way up to diamond, but there will be different discounts for each one. Also, perk 2 will be these Genesis hoodies. Each tier will receive a tier level hoodie, so you'll get a better hoodie with the higher passport that you get. Alright, before I go any further, the registration will be for June 1st through June 3rd, and you will have to register to be able to mint one of these, and the mint date will be on June 5th. The price will be nearly $400 US, which is going to be over 800 ADA. So the argument for why it's worth it is that a lot of these things will grant you free access to things later, such as these hoodies. So these hoodies will be tradable NFTs, and each passport holder will be able to purchase their respective tier hoodie for free. Next up, they talk about their yachts. So perk 3 will be Genesis yachts. Yachts will be tradable NFTs as well, and you'll be able to get these for free as well. It says yachts can be used in the Eikonikos metaverse as a vehicle to cruise around the Genesis lake and the outskirts. Then next up we have perk 4, which is the Genesis flying cars, or Pegasus if you will. Pegasus will be tradable NFTs. Each passport holder will be able to get theirs for free, and these will allow you to fly around the Genesis districts and take you to your destinations really quickly. Next up they have the pods. The pods are kind of where you spawn in the metaverse, so you can think of them as like spawn locations if you played Halo 3 and ever did Forge. But they're where you spawn. You'll wake up in your pod every time you enter their metaverse, and these are directly attached to your passport. So it won't be an NFT, you won't have it physically, but it will be directly attached to the passport. So this one is a bit interesting. You will get crystals, which will not be tradable NFTs, but it is a trait. So if you have a, let's say, bronze passport, you will have a bronze crystal. And these bronze crystals will give you land parcels, and they will give you 4 bronze land parcels. So each tier crystal will also have its own aura, and it will show the aura if you are a passport holder. And then the other thing that it does is every single crystal is unique. There will never be 2 crystals that are the same. Out of 12,345 crystals, few are shaped in such a way that they will unlock puzzles and doors during treasure hunts and other events on planet Eikonikos. Also, crystals will give you discounts. Each tier crystal grants you tier level discounts on in-game purchases. It will also grant you discounts on some selective real-world items through the shopping complex experience. And then it says crystals hold a few more traits that will be revealed later on. Also, holders who own these special crystals, no matter which tier, are called Indras. Having an Indra in your clan/team will be crucial during planet tournaments, treasure hunts/events. Now I know that's a lot for Eikonikos and a lot on Cornucopias, but for an 850 roughly ADA price, we are getting a lot of NFTs, and I do think that this could be worth it. It would be nice to kind of split them up into smaller mints so that you don't kind of go all in on one. And the other issue that I have with this is it's going to be on the same week as Cornucopias' really heavy mint. So I personally definitely don't have any money for anything this week. Like, I am just so strapped that I don't know where to put my money. This is going to be a really, really rough week. But the craziest part about it all is we're not even done. We have Cool Cat Society, 7,000 supply, going for 30 ADA apiece. I do like to see that. I am a little hesitant because there's going to be 10 that you can mint on the whitelist and 10 in the public, and I do think people will definitely be looking to flip this, so a lot of people will be minting 20 to 30, and we'll see the price kind of be dumping very, very early. Maybe it pumps later, but we will definitely see a kind of like 60 to 50 ADA price, I think, immediately after mint, unless I'm wrong and they just kind of go crazy. But you know, it is a very cheap mint, and I think a lot of people here are looking to double. It's nice to see that they say their roadmap will be launched soon, but I kind of wish it was launched now just so I could talk about it before the video comes out. But there is no roadmap, so I can't tell you guys what's going to be happening with this project, but it will come out before they mint, so do your own research and check it out if you're going to buy, of course. So we can look at the sneak peeks though, and I do kind of like the art. I think it's very playful. It's pretty clean, it's very simplistic, and I don't know, I kind of like it. And the other concern that I do have about this project is that there's only 4 sneak peeks, so I would really like to see more of these sneak peeks just to, you know, make sure that they actually do have these assets ready. I know that that was a concern for another project a while back. I think it was like 2, maybe 3 months ago, and that project did turn out to be a rug. I'm not saying this project's a rug, I'm just saying I'm basing it off of other projects in the past and what makes me feel comfortable. I also just remembered the name of it, and it was Ada Boys, and then I just remembered though, there's also another project called Ada Boys that is a different project that has the same name as the previous rug pull of Ada Boys. So this was Ada Boys Club, and this is just Ada Boys CNFT. So don't get that confused. These are 2 different projects. This one is not necessarily a rug. I don't know much about it yet, but this project over here was. Next up we have Crypto Boutique, and they will have their whitelist on June 3rd and their public on June 4th. They will be going for 50 ADA apiece, and there will be 5,555 of these NFTs. This is a team of 3, and they host Twitter Spaces every single week, and they have an active Discord, so I do like to see a team that is actively talking to the community. So they said that they hadn't really seen a family on the Cardano blockchain, so they wanted to change that, and they said their first season will drop on June 4th, 2022, and will introduce a family of 5 to the Cardano ecosystem. So there will be a dad, a mom, daughter, son, and of course the dog Orbit, who will all reside on Moon Lake, a suburb of the city of IOHK. We will be airdropping collectible shops to those holding full family sets, and in the future, they will be used as a trading platform to their holders. Another thing that they're building is they also want to create a space to teach. The world is going to be cyber era, and some people are not ready. We want to create books, ebooks, and animations to teach everything from how to send an email all the way to coding. So they actually have a sample down here of how they're going to teach coding. And, you know, this isn't going to be the NFT, but I did think it was pretty cool to kind of show like a comic book style of kind of what they're going to look like. These are some of the examples of the NFTs that you will be able to mint. So there will be different versions of the daughter, of the dog, of the mom, of the dad. You know, you get the point. Next up, we have Degenerats. Degenerats will be a collection of 4,000 NFTs, and they will be going for 55 ADA apiece. If we scroll down a little bit, they just announced their whitelist mint date on June 7th at 3 p.m., which is 3 p.m. Eastern time for me, and then the public mint time, which will be June 7th, 5 p.m. Eastern time. So looking over at their roadmap, they say post-mint marketing and promotion, Degenerat limited special editions for holders. There will be a time machine, and more information on that will come soon. That sounds kind of like an evolution / conversion of your NFT, maybe. I'm speculating heavy, don't listen to me. And the rest of it is just, airdrops, partnerships, sponsorships, distribution of whitelists, all this stuff you hear in every single roadmap. And then lastly, on phase 3, they have domination, where they will do Degenerats stories and Degenerats animations. And I know these look very similar to Degen's tunes, as D Clay has said right here. He shows the nose, right? Look at the nose. It does look very, very similar, right? But I don't really know if these copycats are necessarily a good or bad thing. Like, will they necessarily be a good or bad mint? Will they be a good or bad project? I don't know. I'm not here to say that. I'm just here to show you guys the projects. The community will decide for itself. Next up, we got Rabbit Syndicate. Rabbit Syndicate will be launching on June 7th / 8th, 450 ADA, and there will be 4,444. So as for their roadmap, they will be doing community events. They will have their white paper with their tokenomics released. They will be airdropping things, expanding their team, updating their website, doing merchandise, and also developing a black market. So I am assuming and kind of making a guess here that this will be a market specific to their project. Looking over at their sneak peeks, we can see that it's pixel art. Their goal is to have the best pixel art on Cardano. So if this is your thing, if you like pixel art, this pixel art, in my opinion, does look really, really well done. So blubots is going to end their mint on June 4th. That is when their policy ID will lock forever. So if they don't sell out, who knows? Maybe they'll mint them all themselves just so the full collection can be minted. Maybe they'll burn them. We'll have to see. But it started, and you can go over to nft.blubots.io, and it will give existing Bluebot owners a special price on new mints at a 40 ADA mint price. This is probably to lower the cost so that hopefully most of them can get minted out in time. But it's also cool that they're not doing this for everybody, and that you do need to own a Bluebot, or else, it would kind of ruin the value of all the people who bought Bluebots before. On top of this, they are saying anybody who mints 5 or more Bluebots during this last week will receive a free Bluebot from the treasury once the mint closes on June 4th. Next up, we have Cardastation, and if you don't know about Cardastation, they are a metaverse that takes place on the moon. So this is going to be their designated area mint, which is going to take place on June 8th at 1900 UTC. They don't have a price yet, but the special thing about these lands is that all of the income generated on your land, you will earn 20% of it. So the first example that they gave us is the stadium. There will be 252 plots for the stadium. 20% will be the revenue that you receive, and the income model will be through ticket sales. And I'm going to wrap it up here with mandrillz update. So mandrillz has their holder perks. Every holder has access to land sales, the handmade dioramas, and if you are a coin millionaire to a fat bank, every holder can get interests. Higher ranks will have a better chance to mint a rare companion. Now it talks about the companions. Every drill needs a friend. You have to hold a certain number of drills that haven't released that yet and keep them unlisted for at least 3 epochs. We will announce the exact date later. Now it says why. You can upgrade the value of a drill with a companion. You get higher coin interest rates, and it gives you access to lowriders, which are 3D assets and mansions. But only if you have workers can you build. Now there's the drill token. The token is the payment system in the drill city. You can buy lowriders and parts, 3D assets, mansions, dioramas, and if you are a millionaire, even a fat bank. The collector roles have different interests, and you can pick them up. Not every drill can be a millionaire, but maybe you. In the first days of the token, we throw a lot of coins over the fence. Airdrops and art drops. The drops are rare. If you got one, be happy. We release it from time to time by classes. Every class should get rare drops with many colors. Every class is important. Now the lore. The lore is not on the flowchart because we don't want to tease too much of the story. But be sure, a lot of users are part of it. Wukong has something to do with it. The splinters could be interesting as well. But hey, we don't want to tease too much. Be prepared. Then the legendaries. To tease a bit, the legendaries are the founders of the Fat Bank District. And then last thing I'm going to note before leaving you guys is that the upper class, the top 1k rank mandrillz, will have the highest chance of minting a rare companion. Then it goes to the middle class, which is 1,000 to 6,887, and then to the workers, the peasants if you will, 6,888 all the way down to 8,888. But anyways guys, that's everything I wanted to cover on this week. I know the video went on super long, there's always a bunch of news, but anybody who made it this far, just know that I love you, and for real, get outside, see your family, see your friends, because you just spent 25 minutes to make more money so that you can spend more time with them. Till next time guys, peace.
I get it like a G, but it never came easy. You got me coughing up a lung, I wish I rap like Wheezy. I keep my pace, so I'm sorry that I'm breezy. Keep my sneaks laced, cause I can't afford Yeezys. I don't want the gold, give me BTC. Y'all be acting crazy, I